Hi, you guys. I'm Melissa. I'm the creator of Honeybee Health, and today we're going to be talking about how to overcome sugar addiction. I'm going to give you 4 alternatives that you can use and you can plug in and implement into your weekly routine. Things that you can use with your kids, things that are going to boost your immune system and just really strengthen you and help you to level out and have feel more steady and get you off of that crazy roller coaster and that crazy merry-go-round. You guys ready? All right, so now we're going to talk about those 4 things, okay? So the 4 things that I like to keep stocked in my kitchen, in my refrigerator, in my pantry at all times, because you never know when that sugar craving is going to just boom, come, right? You need to be prepared. So the 4 things are fruits, fresh fruits. Second is raw honey. The third one is dried stevia, so stevia leaves. And then finally, a tea with stevia powder, or you could do the tea with the stevia leaves as well. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Fruit, raw honey, dried stevia leaves, or tea with stevia powder. All right. All right, so the question is, because I know I've heard this said many, many times, that you can overdo it with fruit, okay? I'm going to agree with you. You could overdo it with fruit, but the thing is, if you're already overdoing it with sugar, then overdoing it with fruit is not quite as bad. So I want to say to you, however many times you're having a sugary snack during the day, replace that with the 4 things I'm going to talk to you about, or that we're talking about, and then transition yourself over time to cut back, okay? So let's think of this as trying this out for like a week. So give yourself like 7 days, and every time you have a sugar craving, apply one of these, use one of these alternative solutions, and then after that week is over, your body is going to be more strengthened. It's going to have more energy. You're going to feel more leveled out. Okay. So then the following week, maybe you'll be like, well, I don't need to have 3 cups of honey with tea in a day or 4 servings of fruit. So on week 2, you're going to be in a much better place. And then you can kind of plan out, okay, so what am I going to have? Like, do I want to have something sweet every morning? Do I want to have a cup of tea in the afternoon? You know, you got to figure out based on your work schedule, your life schedule, your responsibilities, your kids, where you are, all those kind of things. You're going to have to figure out where you can plug those things in, where it's going to benefit you the most, and you're going to be able to enjoy it. Okay. All right, so now let's talk about stevia. So there's actually 3 different kinds of stevia. I prefer the powder or the leaves. There's also like a liquid little dropper thing that you can get, I think, from the store, but I tried that one time. It was super gross, so I don't ever use those anymore. Maybe you do. That's totally fine. Whatever you guys prefer is amazing. You guys need to like what you're using, okay? So the stevia packets are super easy to use. You can buy a box of like 50, 100, 400, whatever. I like to use those in my coffee. I even like to sprinkle them on my strawberries. It's so delicious. If I make tea for the family, which we're going to do that in a little bit, I use that. If I make lemonade, sometimes I'll do an essential oil, like lemon essential oil with stevia. They think it's like normal lemonade. It's amazing. It's super healthy. Like I said, no sugar crash. So it's really, really great. Or you can do the stevia leaves. We're actually growing our own stevia plant in the backyard right now. So I cannot wait until it can grow and get big enough that we can actually harvest it and dry out the leaves, because stevia is great. It has health benefits and it's sweet. And I think personally that it's way, way sweeter than sugar. So if you like sweet stuff, you should definitely give it a try. And even if it has like a funny taste for you in the beginning and you're just like, I'm not really sure about that taste, trust me, give yourself like 7 days and the taste will be gone. You'll be feeling much better. It's really, really worth it. So the stevia leaves you're going to use when you're making tea. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate for you guys next, okay? All right, now I want to talk to you about raw honey, okay? So raw honey is not the honey bear from the grocery store. You're going to have to actually go to a natural health food store or jump on Amazon and order you some. It'll be at your house in like 3 days. but you want to get the kind that is not all brown and liquidy, because usually those are going to be much more processed than the ones that are more in their natural form, which is going to be like a creamy, hard, kind of chunky, well, not hard, but like, you know, more dense or chunky, sticky type of honey mixed in with that liquidy kind. Okay, so if it has the honeycomb in it, amazing. That stuff is great for you. Okay, so the closer to its natural form, the healthier it's going to be for you. So before I go into the kitchen and show you guys how we make tea here and all those ingredients and everything, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to put in the bottom, in the description of this video, the links for where we buy everything. And if you guys decide to purchase, please click those links, because then we get a referral credit, and that enables us or my family in this business to be able to continue to bring you guys great information. Okay, thanks. All right, so here we go. So I want to show you everything that I have that I'm going to be using to make this tea. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a hot tea, and then we're going to make it very concentrated, and then we're going to pour that into a pitcher with ice. So there's already ice in here. I'm also going to add water to that at the end as well. And then I want to show you these. These are so fun. These are little kid diffusers that we have, that we the boys put tea in, and then they just put them into their little cup. Super fun. Here's a little squirrel. And then this is the best tea infuser that I have, that I like the most, because it's the easiest to use. So I'm going to show you how to use that. And then we also have some essential oils that I love to add to my tea, just to give more flavor, more of a health boost. And remember that not all brands of essential oils can be used internally. We choose doTERRA in our home because we know the quality is good, and we know that it's internal safe, and we can tell that there's actually a cellular change happening in our bodies just because of the effects from the oils, because they're super, super potent and super effective. And then also from the research that we've done, we just totally trust that company. So I like to add in like a drop or two of whichever essential oil we need for what's going on. So cassia is kind of like cinnamon. I like that one because it's sorry, I'm getting a text. On Guard is really good for boosting immunity. Cassia tastes like cinnamon, and it also has really amazing health properties as well. And then cardamom is a delicious flavor in coffee in the morning. And then here's some stevia packets that we use, nothing fancy. I occasionally will buy the cheap brand, no big deal. From what I know, they're all the same. Maybe somebody else knows something different. I like to keep this box of teas just because sometimes we want to have a different flavor. And then also for ease too, like sometimes it's just easier if I'm in a hurry to just grab some tea bags and just make a pot of tea. These are specialties though. This is the brand that I was telling you guys about. It's called Bulk Herb Store. Some of them are certified organic. Brain Booster tea is an excellent tea to use if you're studying during the day in the mornings. I like to make and use this one. Christmas tea, my kids love this blend. It's very Christmassy flavored. And I also love this company too because they give so much information. Like they teach you about the health properties, they tell you what's in them, they tell you how to use them. Just a very health conscious, health minded, wanting to make the world a better place kind of company. So here we go. All right, and then this is our coffee maker. Nothing super fancy, pretty basic, but we have the coffee maker on this side, and then this side is great because it gives you fresh water whenever you need it. So it's telling me to add water, so I'm just gonna grab some water over here. Filtered water is always better. If you ever get a chance to get a water filtration system for your house, do it. All right, so that's just gonna take like a minute or so to heat up. I hope this isn't too shaky for you guys. And I can already start adding to my teacup the teas that I'm gonna want to put into the pitcher. So I'm gonna stop the video and put this on its little clippy thing so you guys can see how I do this.
All right, here we go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this over a little bit so you can see it. I'm going to get my tea and stick my little infuser into it, into the bag, and fill it up with the tea. And I really love mixing teas. I like having different flavors and different health properties. So I'm just gonna stick that in here. I'm gonna add in like, I don't know, like maybe 4 packets of stevia. Or you could do raw honey at this point. So I'm gonna put that in there because I want that hot water to kind of melt the stevia a little bit. So that's all in there now. I'm also gonna add to it a bag of just regular decaf tea. But I love to mix them around. Like we have some from Hawaii, they're like fruity flavors, and then we have peppermints, and then we have, you know, all these different little herbal teas like pomegranate and all that kind of stuff. So it's just fun to kind of play around with different flavors and things. So now I'm gonna put hot water in there and let it steep. I'm gonna let that sit for like a minute or 2. And then after that sits for a bit, I'm going to pour this concentrated mixture into our pitcher of ice and cold water. And then we're gonna have a whole pitcher of fresh iced tea full of nutrients and amazing goodness for your body, no sugar. I'm also gonna add in some cassia just for more health benefits and flavor. And you wanna always read on the back of the bottle. You want to look and see if it's safe for internal use, and you'll know that because it'll say dilute 1 drop in 4 fluid ounces of liquid, okay? All right, so we're just gonna enjoy the aroma of the smell of this amazing tea and let it steep for another minute, and then I'm gonna pour it in there. Thanks for watching.
So then after you make your tea, after you pour your hot tea into the pitcher for your family, for you, for the rest of the day or whatever, then you can add more hot water back to your cup with the stevia and the, add a new packet of stevia and the steeper or infuser and the tea bag and all that. And I like to add a little bit more hot water. And I make myself a delicious cup of hot tea. And I just sit and drink it. And I love it. And I reflect on all the blessings that I have and how grateful I am for them. Or I read something that will add extreme value to my life. So I hope that this video has given you tools and ideas and inspiration, and that you know what to do so you can make better choices and healthier choices and live a better quality, beautiful life. God bless you.